To die unsung would really bring you. Yo, Yuppie. This guy dropped out of Harvard or some bullshit to start this band, and they wrote one song 20 years ago. This song. Your contribution left a note. Yuppie. Your contribution left a notice. Association with an image. Just credit time for showing up again. Attention wondered, I'm left with it. Bass player's like, yeah, man. Gone by soon, too slowly. Can't pass it up. And I thought nothing is right. I turned it off. Change, timing. To die on some would really bring you down. Although it dies would never suit you. Walk through no archetypal suicide. Die young is far too boring these days. Yo, is this guy a yuppie or what? I didn't want to, but I will. I will talk about the following. Zaidi boy here. Mi esposa es colombiana, Pedro. Or pendejo. I'm trying not to say pendejo. So, I don't know what word to put in there. Palabra means word. Mi esposa is no una buena profesora. She's mad at me because I called her pendejecita. I'm happy that I can say the word. We both agree I'm stupid. She doesn't like being called anything other than what she is, which is a goddamn Colombiana, God-fearing, Cristiana, Bogotana, pero no Bucaramangana. I don't know if this is the thing. Guys, why is this hanging here? Guys, you got to surround yourself with things you like. Like, this is an extreme example of that, seeing as I'm sitting next to the garbage. Now, on the other hand, I do take care. I do take care of things. I'll come back to this goddamn pole here. This thing, bane of my existence. I literally got a basketball the day my landlord single-handedly removed this from the driveway. All of this is me. Organizing, throwing things here, fighting these guys. Literally fighting. Not literally, verbally. Like the garbage guys. Like if my landlord saw me right now walking around barefoot out here, notwithstanding that he subscribes to my channel and he's like online, offline. Yo, messing with some guy online, like you got to worry about the guy online, this is one thing. When you got to worry about a guy online and offline, sir, I dare say this is very hard. Like moving a sofa by yourself or something. Anyway, I thought this neighbor of mine was a girl. The day I moved here, or the first time I saw my landlord, yo, this lady showed up in the middle of this thing, and my landlord and me both, like, there was no question. Like, I said it, like, out loud, like, go ahead, you're a lady, like, there's no question, like, you're gonna go see the room, and if you want to, You want to see the room first if you want to live there or whatever. Like, you're a lady, whatever. And so my landlord went off with her. I thought this was her car, and she lives upstairs anyway. So now, yeah, beautiful neighborhood, la di da di da. Yo, when chasing monsters, so this thing, Yuppie, like this song, I call it, like, I've got many songs, okay? Why not? There are many songs. Like, for example, okay, so, like, there's the street song, Walk by Pantera. It's more or less a jail song slash street song. And the chorus is walk, and then the guy's like respect, and then respect, walk. These two words and this song have taught me a lot about life and living and surviving in jail and on the street. And that's why it's the street and jail song. And it's like, yo, the guy's like, respect, then walk. And then he's like, what did you say? Then he's like, respect, walk. Then he's like, are you talking to me? So basically what it is, like, you surmise, like, the guy's sitting there, chilling there, and he talks about his friends and your friends, and yo, you come along and, like, more or less because of the song, I've come up with, for my formulation of the script for the movie about the Oddfather, Vincente, Chin Gigante, the Genovese, the Fortune 500 of the Las Cinco Familias, Lucchesi, Gambinos, Colombos, Bonanos, Genovese, right? This kind of stuff. Like, Genovese, like, they only had 500 soldiers, right? Versus like 2,000 in their heydays. The Gambinos, yo, Genovese were still number one. Like, this kind of thing. Like, yo, like Vincent Gigante, like, I don't even want to talk about this guy. The script is the script, okay? I spent like months in jail writing this thing, and then they took all of that from me, and that's the life of a writer. This kind of bullshit. I thought I finally have time to do this thing. Guys, here's the tagline, quote unquote. Let them earn your respect, full stop. You will demand theirs, this thing. This kind of thing. You know, not even you must demand theirs. Like, this is the deal. Like, this is Genovese. This is like normal shit. Like, earning someone. Okay, so the deal is like, so you're like, respect, walk. What did you say? So, like, you're hanging out, someone shows up, and then they start something. This is what it's called on the street. They start some shit. Like, you're living your life, and then someone moves in next door. That would be me right now. And then so, like, people are worried about the noise. They're worried about the kids. They're worried. Like, what they don't know is, like, I'm a security guard. I did it for 7 years, and it's in my blood. And it's like, there's no fucking chance any fucking guy, whether he or not his parent, is going to endanger some kid anywhere near me. Like, let alone on my goddamn street. Like, where I live, this kind of thing. Everyone knows I'm a renter. I don't give a shit. I drive a bike. Whatever. Like, when my wife shows up, these fucking people, like, they think like I'm shit right now. And I'm telling my wife this thing, and I've been telling her for years, like, the reason that Amway couples work together, or realtor couples, this thing works, right? Like, the husband and wife, like, they cover each other up. One of them's an idiot. The other one is super slick. One of them is extravagant. One of them is, like, thrifty. One of them is, like, loud. The other one's quiet. It's intense. Like, one of them is going to be like, yo, it's hot right now. The guy's going to be like, forget about it. The guy's going to be like, forget about it. Right? So now this guy, next time he comes around the corner, he's not going to go that fast. Because I'm standing there pointing a camera at him. I don't give a fuck. Like, so you're going to say, back like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I would get beaten up, more or less, for flashing the camera like this. Yo, but along the way, now I know the deal. Like, there's many things, many ways around this thing. First of all, you can tell when someone's beginning to act up. Yo, there's cameras everywhere. If you're downtown or anywhere, like where there's a plaza, there's cameras everywhere. I say this all the time now. And then I'll be like, yo, I'm about to go on YouTube. I'm about to make a video, this kind of stuff. Guys, like, what it is the devil is in the details. Devil's in the details, but so is God. The details are everything. The details are nothing special. Like, this is success talk. It's like, details means like, you may have to go to the UPS store 17 times to learn drop shipping. Or maybe every day for 17 months. Like, this kind of bullshit. So, like that kind of thing. Like Gary V. Gary V put a video like 5 days a week for like 2 years. Some ridiculous thing like this. Right? So I was talking about yuppies, and I wanted to talk about Friedrich Nietzsche. And I just want to say this. Like, I'm going to go now because I've walked around and it's like, I realized I've made a video without doing the one thing you must do, which is talk about a specific thing. Then you've got a whole channel of keyword related stuff. Now, Google/YouTube can go into your files and decrypt or analyze the voice, your words in like data form. This kind of creepy business is called technology. Like, so you don't need to put keywords in anymore. Google is Google. Like, I don't like Google because Larry Page and Sergey Brin fucked Steve Jobs over, just like Samsung did, of course, just like Apple itself did. So that's what happens. That's what happens to guys like that. Like Gandhi sacrificed every fucking thing and then was killed by the people he did this for. Right? I don't know if the guy was a Muslim or a Sikh or a Christian or a Hindu that killed Gandhi. The guy was not a good guy, right? I gotta go. What I wanted to say was the two sentences of Friedrich Nietzsche's. When chasing monsters, take care lest ye become monsters. This fucking thing is true. People think I'm gay, and I feel like I'm a yuppie, and I don't mind it sometimes, because nobody knows what a yuppie is. Like, what the fuck does all this mean? Gay yuppie, right? So, like, this whole thing with homosexuals. My brother-in-law is a homosexual. This goes back 20, 25 years. Like, he's got the same, like, partner, like here in Canada, a Canadian guy. My brother-in-law's Colombiano. Right? He's an elder brother to my fucking wife, by the way. So this is a lot of respect. Anyway, I love this guy to death, frankly. He's my wife's family. He's not even my family. My wife's family might even take precedence to my own, frankly. That's the way it works. Awwal jar thumma dar. First neighbors, then yourselves, then the house. First neighbors. Neighbors take precedence. Do you understand? That's the way. When everyone thinks like that, then we win. How are you going to do that? It's impossible. Of course it's impossible. I've been reading the Bible now. Okay? Guys, like, how are you going to mess with some guy who says, like, yo, you're going to be eaten by a lion and congratulations, this kind of thing. That's what we're here for. We're going to get whipped, like, to within an inch of our death. Like, I'm listening to 12 Years a Slave. I just got an iPhone after so many years or months or something like this. I don't know why. I've always been an Android guy. Like, this iPhone is killing it right now with these videos. You grab them. I figured out how to upload them to YouTube. Like, at one point, I was so lazy. This is what I was talking about. Devil is in the details. Of course, you can upload a video from an iPhone to YouTube. A. Of course, it's not the same as Android. B. Of course, I know why it's so complicated if you think that's what it is. Because it's an Apple phone. It's secure. You got to go in through the file or some bullshit sometimes. In this case, you go to YouTube, the app. Okay, thank God it works on older versions of iOS. You press the plus. You got to scroll around in there a little bit because YouTube, like Facebook, I'm assuming, because this is what Mark came up with, and this is the way, therefore, in that game, you want to keep the person on your platform. So, if you're Facebook, you're acquiring companies, like this kind of thing. Whole ecosystems on and offline. Why? Because now our system, our platform, we're not going to keep people on the platform. We're bringing more into the we're bringing them, like the everything, like the platform, like another platform is now our platform, including the people that were on that. Guys, this is intense. I'm going to cut it off before 15 minutes. Friedrich Nietzsche's the man. When chasing monsters, you become a monster. You become like your boss. You become like your enemy. You become like your whatever, nemesis. If you're a cop, you become like the robber, this kind of bullshit. And of course you must do this too. You know this. You can't be a good cop if you don't think like a cop. You can't move up in the corporate world if you don't know what the fuck your boss is thinking and how he thinks and things like this. And therefore you go through a stage where you become like your boss. So when chasing monsters, take care lest you become a monster. So first of all, this is Nietzsche. This is Nietzsche. Like, everything I say about Nietzsche, I always say this statement, the following. I've learned whatever I know, Zaidi Boy, aka a rational Muslim, from Jordan B. Peterson at the University of Toronto. I don't know about the controversy surrounding this guy. I don't agree with ending gender because I don't know what the fuck that means even. And I don't want to go and have to fill out a new passport form or some bullshit. And I do think you're born either man or woman. And if it's indeterminate at birth, then that's like a mutant. I'm sorry, is that not the case? I don't want to get into that. Jordan B. Peterson says that Nietzsche, this guy is like one in every 500 to 2 fucking thousand years, like Christ, peace be upon him. Like Adolf Hitler, that guy, he used to be called Christ, the Christ of the next 2,000 years. These guys, crackpots, Nazis, they thought their fucking Third Reich was gonna last 200 years, 2,000. It lasted 12 years, by the way. And that's a long fucking time for what was going on with these fucking guys. Guys, like, our world right now is like, it's a joke based on like what has happened like in the last century. I don't think the last century, 20th century, it's impossible. Going to the fucking moon, like things like the computers, like, yo, like the fucking moon again, and then the mob in the States. Yo, like, forget about it. Like, you had Che Guevara, you had Gandhi, you had the Ayatollah Khomeini, Rahmatullah alayh. I'm a Shia, by the way. I respect and follow that guy. By the way, just a little side note of a side note. And my buffer, my failsafe, my foolproof is my wife. My wife's a Cristiana Bogotana, no como aquí. Una vez en la semana in Colombia. If you go to church once in a week, you're not like, you're that guy who shows up once a week. Like, people go every day. My wife's 90 plus year old mom used to go twice a week. Twice. Tuesday and then Sunday. Why? Yo, she would live in there if she could. That's why. I'm gonna go now, alright? So, when chasing monsters, you become a monster. I became a yuppie. I don't know what the fuck that means. As for the gay thing, gay people hurt children. This is what I fucking figured out, and it's a different topic, and this is a problem. It's their drugs, it's your kids, it's their pain, it's their rape, it's their blood, it's their lives destroyed, and it's called lifestyle. You don't understand. I've lived on the street, I read books, I watch YouTube videos, I talk to people like you eat food, this kind of fucking thing. Any person, if I see someone strange, I want to talk to this fucking guy and or see if he wants to fight. This kind of bullshit. This is my demented thinking. Why? I don't know why. I don't know why. The closest I've come to understanding is my wife. Mi amor, escúchame, un momentico. Why do you push people's buttons? And I say, after a month, I say, my dear wife, again, you got me. You got me like Gotti, yo. My wife formulated this conception. Art and sales and marketing and your face and my face pushing buttons. Do, do, do. So this thing, what is it? Total shit. But if it pushes someone's button, like me hanging this here, suddenly it's art. Do you understand? Like, if no one gives a fuck about this stuff, then it's nothing. But if someone says, yo, this is so great, then it's art. To the extent that it's pushing their button. Someone comes here and says, look at this fag. I knew he was gay. I gotta go. So now, when chasing monsters, take care lest you become a monster. Ergo, you will become a monster. This is Nietzsche. This is Nietzsche. Like, take care? No, too fucking late. This is Nietzsche. Second sentence. And when you stare into the abyss long enough, the abyss stares back into you. Right now, I'm listening to Tai Lopez. TaiLopez.com. TAI. Tango Alpha India Lopez. Once these words come out of my mouth, you should be on the search bar, clicking and finding this guy, subscribing, and you never come back here again. You unsubscribe if you've done that by mistake. Tai Lopez is the fucking man. He hero worships Elon Musk. And I worship Elon Musk through this kind of guy, this kind of thing. So now, Nietzsche, I hero worship Nietzsche through Friedrich Nietzsche through Jordan B. Peterson. I had a copy of Beyond Good and Evil in my possession for 25 years, gifted to me by my beautiful friend, Kate Suvorova at the University of Bridgeport. We were both students there. She drew me one time. I was a model. She liked my hands. Like, this is an artist. Like, I'm not an artist. Like, what she drew, like, we were like, fuck. Anyway, I gotta go. See you guys later. So, you become your worst enemy. That's you chasing monsters. Then you become the monster. The second sentence. These sentences have no fucking business being together, by the way. First sentence is, when chasing monsters, take care lest you become a monster. This is a bad fucking sentence, by the way. Because if you accept what it's saying, it's too fucking much. What does it mean when chasing monsters? Who the fuck chases monsters? Kids chase monsters. So this is Nietzsche, though. Every guy who considers himself a philosopher or lady, ever, which means in the 20th century alive, or anyone worth anything whose word counts, these are all 20th century people, more or less. They bow down to Nietzsche. There's no question about it. There's no fucking question about Nietzsche vis-a-vis philosophers. And Beyond Good and Evil, he's got like the first chapters about philosophers. Like, I read this book, I didn't understand it. This is what I was trying to say. Thank you, Kate. She wrote in this book, may the spirit and faith be with you. This is called a believer. She's not Christian, she's not Muslim, she's not Jewish. She writes in this book, may the spirit be with you. Like, this is native speak. Spirit. Kate, thank you. I pray the spirit is with you too. So now, you become a monster. You become your worst enemy. Second sentence is, what kind of sentence is this? This sentence is a problem too. It's a big fucking problem. And when you stare into the abyss. So, and meaning it's related. So the first thing happens, you become a monster. And then you're like, fuck, what's happened to me? You, like, other people are monsters, you are the abyss. When chasing monsters, when chasing others, when focusing on others, comparing yourself to others, you're going to become like them. Second sentence, and when you stare into the abyss long enough, the abyss stares back into you. The abyss is you. Mr. Nietzsche, thank you for that. See you guys later. When you stare into the abyss long enough, the abyss stares back into you. Yo, then Elon fucking Musk says this. You're filled with horror. You're staring into yourself. That's what we're talking about here. That's a big deal. The abyss stares back into you. This is suddenly your split personality. You're the observer of the id and the ego. This kind of bullshit. You're the super ego, some kind of transcendent observer of things, like two entities within you that are competing for this mantle of I/me. This is all gibberish to most people, including myself. Yo, Mr. Nietzsche, thank you for this. Abyss is yourself. Monsters are others. Elon Musk says then this. I'll leave you with this. I gotta leave you. I gotta go. Like, the cars are going off alarms. Yo, entrepreneurship is like chewing glass, staring into the abyss. Comment me, alright, guys? Thank you for watching. Eat something nice for once in your damned life. Don't be a bastard.